freezing up. All right, we are live. You
All
can
right.
start talking.
Welcome to another episode. What?
Talk. Talk.
Welcome to another. I
There
will
you
if you
go.
stop running your yap.
I think it's just a
Anyway,
delay, though.
welcome to another episode of I almost called it falling through the stoop of
Wow.
just say fuck it. Wow, huh?
I mean, that was so long ago, and you ain't even say it
Was
right
it?
in anyway.
Huh?
Nothing. Go
Yeah, I
ahead.
said it right. What was I saying? Anyway, so this is our second season. Happy New Year to everybody. I'm pretty sure that y'all sat around and keeping your New Year's resolution and
Did you have New
probably
Year's
still drunk
resolutions?
or high from New Year's. What?
Did you have New Year's resolutions?
No, because you cannot tamper with perfection. So there's no point in trying to do other things when it's already perfection achieved. You have to understand that, Ricky.
I ain't
I don't
said
think people
nothing.
understand that. You can't fuck with perfection.
I ain't said a
Cannot
word.
fuck with. That's what happened. That's what happened with Dr. Frankenstein. He had something that was perfect, and then he kept fucking around, and he ended up with a monster. Little known fact. Y'all
Are
can
you
look that up if y'all
perhaps
want to.
already at the monster stage?
No, I'm at the perfection stage.
No.
The creators decided to stop making me once I reached perfection. They was like, we don't want to push it no more. We will just stop it and just go ahead and
Really?
leave as is.
The creators. I
Oh
heard an
yeah, definitely.
S.
No,
Hello, Ryan. How
who?
are you? I said creators with an S.
Oh, I thought you said Taurus. I was like, what does a Taurus have to do with any of this?
Did you like mention that this is the first episode of the year?
I did. I said it was the second, season, and then I told them it was a new year. I told them that they was
Oh,
keeping up with their New Year's resolution.
I was
I'm pretty sure
probably
they're doing
busy multitasking. Wait.
multitasking.
I got
You would call
a
it not?
Twitch question. Hold on. Because you said you're perfect. You said you perfect like the Most High. Uh oh.
The Most High is in all of us. God is within all of us.
What's going on,
He
Mister?
created,
That's one of my
he created us
who I play when I
niggas
game
himself.
stream.
He created all of us perfect. It's just up to y'all to bring out the perfection. Y'all just in denial about it.
That's
I'm gonna
wow.
teach y'all. I'm gonna start calling the one percenters like the 5%ers, but we gonna be the one percenters. I'm gonna get y'all hip.
I thought there was already a thing, the one percenters.
What, one percenters?
Yeah, the people that control most of the wealth is 1%. You're a little late.
Yeah, I mean yeah,
That's
we the
already a
Illuminati
thing.
niggas. Them the Illuminati niggas, and they don't call themselves that. Only poor people call the one percenters one percenters. I'm pretty sure the one percenters ain't like, all right, one percenters, what are we doing today?
Wow.
Motherfucker, we making money. Motherfucker, stop calling us by a fucking name like that. If we get a RICO case,
Uh oh.
that's how you get RICO cases. You name your shit.
All right, Mister said. Yes, we live in us, or he lives in us. He agrees with that. All right. He said, and we are not perfect because we are born into sin. Wait, there's only one
Because we're
perfect
born into
deity. Uh
sin.
oh. And that is the Holy Trinity.
There's only one perfect deity,
Deity. Uh huh.
but it's a trilogy. There's three of them.
Stop. It's the Father,
I'm just
the
making sure the
Son,
math is mathing.
and the Holy
I'm
Ghost.
making sure the math is mathing.
Woo. Say what?
I want to make sure the math is mapping. One perfect deity,
Yeah.
three people.
I.
All right.
We've actually never had the discussion of how I'm not religious. At least, yes, we did because of the holidays. Or maybe I wasn't playing with you over like Christmas, though, Mister. Well, his name is Jay. the Nomad on Switch, but on I'm calling him Mister because his name on the game is Mr. Downs. The Father, the Son, and the
Oh, he has
yeah,
two
yeah, I
names.
said it. Oh, believe me, I spent my plenty of days in church.
So do we call him Jared or do we call him Mr. Nomad?
I don't know if you want to call him Mister. His name on there is Mister Down. You know the whole guy thing. It might be a little weird for you to call him Mister. I don't know.
Well, I call a lot of people Mr. and Mrs.
Well, see, I said I don't know.
We
Remember that
call him
part?
Master P, Master P. We don't be like, hey, I'm not
You
wrong
don't
man,
call him
Master.
Percy Miller?
We still call him Master P.
Who was that talking about? They used to call me something.
Call him Bro Man Percy.
Nobody ever called him that.
What, Percy?
No, it was somebody else. I couldn't think of who it was. Yeah, we know it's not a person. It's something. I mean, everybody has their own beliefs. See, that's that thing you believe in. Some people believe there are multiple. Some people don't believe in none of them. Yeah, there's all kind of beliefs roaming around there on this blue planet of ours. All right, let's get a rundown of the topics for today. Where did I put them? Nowhere. Well, yes, I did, but I can't see them right now. All right, so we got Gangsta Bro passing. Does persistence work? Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti. DAMAR HAMLIN, who had a cardiac arrest. Was that on Monday, I believe? Monday night?
He was Monday night.
Okay. Is Drumline a classic? YSL case. 300 witnesses for prosecution plus plea deals. Well, now wait a minute. That's what. See, remember when I was in Jubilee? Because he can't see your comments, so I have to read them. He said you can't compare the Almighty to humans. He said you're being led wrong. And my two cents on that is that's what you believe. You and a lot of
He
other
said you can't.
people, but there's also people in India that outnumber y'all and they believe something else. So, like, who wins?
I mean, in India, they don't believe in killing cows. Cows are sacred.
Yeah.
So next time you eat that burger, buddy, just remember it's about four
Somebody
billion
out there.
people over in the looking at you shaking their head. Like, look at him.
Yeah, that's
Eating our God
Go ahead.
with pickle.
You said what?
I sold these gummy bears. You know how you leave somebody's house
But
and
that's
you
not what
take
I'm
out food
asking you. What
stamps?
did you say?
Oh, I forgot because I'm high.
Wow.
But I was talking about oh shit, what was I
See,
saying?
that's what you get.
I got to lay off I lay off the medals.
I'm glad you acknowledged that.
I gotta lay off the medals. You
Yeah.
can't even go to rehab for edibles. You just gotta
Really?
write it out your own system. Damn it, what the fuck? All right, so say what he said again, and then it'll probably come to me.
He said you can't compare the Almighty to humans. He said he's sorry, but you're being led wrong. Oh, you were talking about sacred cows and stuff.
Sacred cows. That's right. That's right. Every time y'all eating a burger, 4 billion people over in India just looking at you, shaking their head like, "Look at them.
Yeah.
Those cows are sacred," and you up here eating with goddamn fries, putting ketchup on it.
Well, see, the same way, Mister, you could say he wrong, is I could say you're wrong. So, after spending all those years growing up in the church, it's just not what I believe in anymore. And I have to tell people, like, no, I did my fair share of going to church and being taught this and that. And even as a kid, I always had questions. Like, none of it ever really hit for me. But I can definitely say, like, I was raised Baptist and Methodist. That's pretty much the two churches I think all black people. But by that happening, and like even shoot, summer, going to church summer camps, and oh my God, you name it, I did it. It's just, as a kid, I was just like, yo, this ain't really hitting, but we were taught so much of like fear. Like you have to fear God and you don't question and all those other things. So He said, read the full Bible in a word I can't pronounce, and honestly, I've never seen before. And you'll learn. Church won't teach you. YouTube won't teach you, or you'll end up. Well, that's you. It's because like I've been told I'm going to hell before, so that's nothing new. My like you got two temples right here, and hell and heaven is a state of mind. So like I don't tell other people they wrong. I just tell other people like, yo, hey, you believe what you believe. See, that's the place I'm in now. I've done the arguing with people and debating with people, and now I'm just like, yo, rock with what you rock with. Whatever works for you. Because my biggest thing when it comes to religion is I think people need that something to believe in. We nobody knows what's actually. Are there pearly gates? We don't know. 7 layers of hell? We don't know. You just come right back to this bitch? We don't fucking know. No, it's facts to you. Those are facts to you. Just like if you were Jewish, you'd have different facts. If you was Buddhist, you'd have different facts.
Like, why is there 7 layers of hell? Like, why is there so many layers to hell?
You asking questions of things I don't even think about anymore. He may be able to answer, I don't know. But yeah, I've done all that research and all different kind of things. Yeah, somebody wrote it. He said we do know because it says it's in his word. I wasn't there when they wrote it. I don't know if the angels actually inspired them with what they said. If we really gonna go there's certain things that I question because they don't make sense. Jesus is born. You know, you just gave birth to the Son of God. Why didn't you write that birthday down? Things like that. It's small things like that make no sense. You got anything to add to that?
Nah, because there's a whole bunch of stuff I get into. I'll be like, so, you just celebrated Christmas, right?
It's
And
pagan.
they didn't turn all the little pagan holidays. They're like, don't worry.
I know he might not have. I don't want to assume. I don't want to assume if he celebrated Christmas. I actually have read the Bible. Again. And I'm not talking about being in church. I still have my Bible. I think there's also some very interesting things in there. It's just far as a belief system that I'm going to live by, no. Psalms is very dope. But I'm not about to live by, die by it.
Let me stop you there and say this.
Wait a minute. Let me put this on screen. Well, not that you have to stop. But let me put this as a topic.
Any religion that you serve, you don't live by that. Nobody does. I've never met nobody that's lived exactly by. I've never met a Christian that was like, hey, I don't judge people. I've only had marital sex. I waited till marriage until sex. I've never met nobody that was, you know what I'm saying, whatever their religion is, they follow that all the way through. Everybody has broken something of their religion, so everybody's not living, or nobody lives by, you know what I'm saying, whatever their religion or their belief is.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
And you say, well, everybody's perfect and everybody sins. I mean, nobody's perfect, but you make decisions. You're an adult. You get to a certain point, you make decisions. You chose to have premarital sex. You chose to have kids, and then you go off there and blame everybody else. Be like, well, the gays, this and that. You be like, oh, wait a minute, now you got 4 kids. Period.
The agenda it always takes the blame. It's always an agenda. And I was just gonna add, like, no sin is any worse than the other. Like, they all are equal. Because even what you were saying, like, it's always, like, blaming a certain group of people for something. And I'm like, yo, you can point the finger and say, well, man should be with woman, but it's all the same sin. So whatever sin you've committed, it's on the same level as that. Yeah, we know nobody's perfect. I don't think anything any religion of any form teaches anybody is perfect. He said nobody's perfect, which is why you repent. Forgive it. Okay, I'm a touch on this after I read it. Which is why you repent. He's a forgiving God, all loving and all merciful. The Lord isn't gonna send you to hell for one. See, let me tell you why so many people are Christian. Because all you got to do is do whatever the fuck you want and then ask for forgiveness.
I don't get. See, here's the thing. People tell me it don't work like this. I say, why don't you just do what the fuck you want to do, and then if you about to die, repent at the last.
Repent at the. That's what I just said. That's what I just
I'm
said.
on my deathbed.
That's what I just said.
Let me go ahead.
Let me go ahead and repent. And that's why so many people rock with their religion. And I kind of want to say, even if they know it or not, I know a lot of people stick with what they grew up on. That happens a lot. So, like, if you were born Buddhist, like, all these things you believe would be different. It just depends on who raised you and what they raised you on. Like, yeah, some people switch, but more than likely, that's what you stick with. But yeah, that's how I see a lot about Christianity and things where you could just go and ask for forgiveness after. I mean, even people that be on like death row and shit. They come and cleanse them. Hold on, wait. If you're cleansing him, why are we killing him? If he is all forgiven, and you why? Well, what does he get a death sentence for? It's shit like that. That just, you can, if you wanna. I can. Well, shit. I've never tried it before. Well, you know what? I can't add you, but that would be like really hard. You got an iPhone? Cause I can add you the same way I added him. How about let's move into the first topic, and I can see about adding you on here. Cause sometimes it, trying to do more than I need to be doing don't work out. It'll make the whole thing crash. But I don't have the guest star set up on Twitch. Like if I had that set up, it would probably be a lot easier. Let's get into our actual first topic. Because, whenever people get to talking about politics and religion, they get deep. I don't know if we should do the first topic we said, given what we just said, and end it with.
Hold on, let me find the topics on my phone. So
they're your
somewhere else you said?
Well, fuck it. We're here now. Let's just say fuck it. Our first topic was Gangsta Boo passing the other day. Well, these are your topics, by the way.
Yeah, Gangsta Boo passed away. I didn't know she was that young. Like she was 43.
Yeah.
So she was what? 2 years older than me. So like, I'm trying to think like, what year did Tear the Club Up come out? That means she had to be about 17.
Really?
She had to be about 17 when Tear the Club Up came out.
Honestly.
Yeah, I was about 15 when that shit came out. I remember going skating. And that was between that and I'm About It. Them was the last two songs they would play at the night because they'll know, hey, you about to shut this bitch down.
Yeah.
When Tear the Club Up come up.
Yeah, it wasn't no slow jam music. That was coming on when it was time to go. Not at the skating rink.
Yeah, they will play that Usher, that nice and slow. They will play that a little bit in the middle, but Tear the Club Up came on.
Yeah.
You better take them skates off. Niggas will rush that goddamn skate.
Mm-hmm. And I used to go a lot too because my friend's mother used to work there, the USS Skates on the west side. Yeah, I used to be up in there a lot. I don't know why your camera keeps freezing. Uh-oh.
I ain't doing no eating gummy bears.
Yeah, but your can you see your face? I hate when cameras freeze and you're making the wildest fucking face. But yes, not to get off topic, like you always do, and then it becomes a subject about you, like you literally just did. Last I heard, it was a possible drug overdose that she passed from, and they were saying she got kicked off of some reality show recently for that. And then this is what she possibly... I think it was last I heard it was a possible, not a definite.
That's what people were saying. It was a drug overdose, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they had. It's not like one of the things where you're like, oh man, I can't believe it. It's like I don't
Well,
know if y'all have ever seen like DJ Paul in an interview, but the majority of his interviews is him talking about doing drugs. He's like, man, we was
yeah,
popping
that's what
pills,
the
doing
music was
cocaine, getting high to the
too.
motherfucker. I'm like, DJ Paul, tell your story, brother. Leave the rest of
Yeah.
3 6 Mafia out of this. We have family. My
But
kids might be
no,
watching this.
that's what I'm saying was that's also what their music was. Like this isn't that's how they actually live and like the shit that they did. Um it was good to see so many people pay her respects though. Um who was the one that really stood out? Oh, Run the Jewels. Because, she had a couple songs with them. Like, she'd be out on tour and everything with Run the Jewels. She had at least 2 songs. I can't remember if she was on their last album, but she definitely had 2 songs. But, yeah, it was still unfortunate. Whatever. Whatever caused that, rather. If you don't stop eating them. All right, what's the next topic? Oh, wait. Your, um, your mic went out. This thing just don't like you or something. I don't know what it is. Hold up. All right, there we go. All right,
Maybe
you
not.
should be. Yeah, you good.
You can hear me?
Yes.
All right. I want to talk about you know, I think it was New Year's Day. I want to say New Year's Day.
Mm.
Uh, it was like a little photo thing of Herb or no Gotti and Angela
Yeah.
Simmons, and he had mentioned her a long time ago in his song "Down in the DM." So I want to know, like, does persistence really work? Because I seen somebody had an interview and they was talking about like persistence. Like she was like, if you in my inbox and you just hit me up one time, it ain't going to happen. But if you hit me up like maybe 3 times, and the dude was like, well, what if you don't answer that third time? She was like, well, he'll try one more time. And I'm thinking like,
Oh
is
God.
persistence really a thing of female favor? Because to my knowledge, females don't like when the
I
motherfuckers just in
don't.
there. Hey, hey, beautiful. How you doing? Good morning.
It's annoying as
Hey,
shit.
what's going on?
I'm gonna tell
I
you right
do.
now.
I do,
For me,
I
no.
joke around. It's probably I don't know. I think it's maybe 3 people on social media that I actually joke around, and I actually had this thing where like it's like me pursuing them, and it's been going on for like maybe longer than that.
Yeah, we talked about
Probably
this a
like six,
couple
7 years.
weeks ago, I think.
About 6, 7 years. Yeah, I just act like what I'm saying. Like I'm actively trying to pursue them, and it's people that they don't. I don't inbox them, or it's not like I'm inboxing them or trying to hit them up or no shit like that. Like if you ever talk to them, and be like, oh, such and such. You like no. And somebody said to me one time, uh, the girl had a photo shoot, and I was like, hey man, introduce me to her. And the dude was like, I thought you knew her already, and I was like, why would you think that I knew her? Because you always talking about her and like making her your woman crush Wednesday and shit like that. And even the
Mm.
girl was like, she got on there, she was why would y'all think that we knew each other just because he jokes around about that? She was like, it's not like me and him have a verbal thing going back and forth. So
Mm.
I mean,
Well,
social
wait
media
a
is a
minute.
weird place, but
That's a silly question because you asked that last time we talked about this. Why wouldn't people think it?
what
Is the
what
question.
persistence works?
No, that y'all actually know each other based on whatever is said. Clearly, y'all whatever is said in a way that people think y'all actually know each other. Like, why would anybody think it's a joke?
Because they don't really. It's not like okay. I think you're confusing when I was talking about my friend Tammy. And me and Tammy has a running joke where I always talk about me texting her at 2 in the morning like 10 years ago. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking
Mm.
like what I do for Micah Dixon when I just have like a random, I draw something, some goofy ass picture and shit for Valentine's Day, and then I take a picture of it and I post it on my page. Then I tag her in it and put it on her thing, like shit
Uh,
like that. she doesn't. It's not like she'd get on there and put LOL or
Wait,
laughing and
who is
shit. But it's
that?
not like Micah Dixon,
Is that the
the radio
Oh yeah, you ain't
radio
got a chance in
personality.
hell. I know who her boyfriend is.
So the thing is, when I'm going and I'm doing this shit, it's not like that I'm hitting. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm actually in her DMs, and I'm like, oh man, I'm really about to pursue
Yeah,
her.
something
Or
like that.
I'm
No, that's a little
yeah.
less. Plus, with her being like a known person, but just like what we were talking about last week. But that's not the subject. The subject is persistence, and no, it's very annoying. I've had somebody message me for literally years, and I've never
That
opened.
you don't have a shot.
No, or it wouldn't
No,
have been
no
years.
chance in hell. Do you ever tell them that?
For what? If I don't even see, remember what we've had the conversation before, where a lot of times these guys will keep um inboxing you because you give them some form of attention. I don't do that. I don't even
I
open
mean, it
them.
worked for Gotti though. He was persistent.
Good for him.
You got to remember, Angela Simmons. Between that point when Yo Gotti had her said something about her in that song, and I think they had went out on a date, but he was still like talking to his baby mother or some shit like that. So it didn't work out then. But shit, I want to say she's had a kid. I want to say she's had like 2 or 3 different boyfriends in between this. So for Yo Gotti to finally like get her in a fashion that,
Well, the
what I'm saying,
timing
like they
was
going
just
on this little
right.
fancy date to see her, huh?
The timing was just right.
I mean, shit. If you persistent, sometimes that's all you waiting for is your timing
You
to be
know
right, though.
what? You've even said all the comments on Twitch. I think I was saying Twitter earlier. This is definitely Twitch. James, shut the fuck up. First of all, he gonna talk about something if they not pale or from Detroit, they ain't got a shot. He talking
They
about
ain't what?
Eminem.
Oh,
Honestly, it's the nine that's on all my social media. If we want to be clear about it, he was on my old Twitter. He on my new Twitter. The nine from Well, you know what? I hate to say just from D12 because he's one of the members of D12 that's done like a lot of production with M and with Royce. I didn't realize my mic was so far away. So I hate to just say the nine from D12, but a lot of people probably don't know that part about him. But yeah, I mean, if you are actually born and your name is Marshall Bruce Matters, that's different. But no, I think when it comes to Angela Simmons and Yo Gotti, I think he probably had some clue that she was somewhat interested. The timing was just never right. Because like you said before, he was with somebody else. So naturally she's going to turn that down. I think with her growing up, shit, she's Angela Simmons. Like, it's probably been a lot of rappers trying to date her just for the sake of who her dad is. And that's like extra credit points for them to even bother dating her. So yeah, the timing was just right, but he probably had a little inclination that he'd be good to go. Possibly. Versus nothing. Did you freak? Oh my god. This thing just like every 5 minutes. I should just keep that screen up so I can keep fixing it. Alright, go ahead. Oh no, now I lost you altogether. Well, I guess it's my show now.
okay.
Oh, there we go. Alright. Go ahead. No,
Yeah.
you're going in and out still. What the fuck?
What the
Okay, there it go. And then
fuck?
it went out again. Wow.
Are you sure?
You know what? If you had a sweat that or got on that Twitch that I set up for you, this probably would work better. Well, somebody. It's always some guy. See, this is what I don't understand. He said Gotti got that bread. Or that's cheese. Whatever the fuck that is. I'm pretty sure it's bread, right? Why do men always say something like that? But then you get mad when or got feel some kind of way when a female only wants you for your money. First of all, she got her own money. Let's start there. And if you're gonna say that, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't ever want to hear gold digger. I never want to hear that. Why do men feel
Well,
that way?
a lot of things is monetary. A lot of things is monetary. Like I think somebody said something about somebody said Diddy has 4 girlfriends and they all happy. And every female that I seen that
But they're not
said something about
girlfriends.
his money. He's a billionaire.
But they're not girlfriends though.
Are they not girlfriends or are they
No.
just you know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I
Like
mean, at least Miami has been very clear. They're not together.
because I'm gonna say this. I always tell people this. A lot of times the best thing isn't the actual relationship. Females think like the relationship is the win, but the win is if I can still get you and have you and still do what I want to do without the trouble. So once you break up, if you still a female that has a mentality of um, I'm gonna still keep fucking my ex until I find somebody new because I don't want to have my numbers up or thing. I'm like, look, I'm like
You said that
that is not a
before.
loss for him. He's not losing. He's not losing.
But neither is
That
she.
is a win,
But
huh?
that's a win for her too, isn't it? Isn't that what she wanted?
That's
Uh,
maybe what she wanted, but you can't look
okay.
at it like, oh, but you can't look at it and be like, oh, well, I broke up with him because this, that, and the third, but I'm gonna keep fucking him. I'm like,
Yeah, but y'all not
that's
together, so
exactly
she
what the
free to
fuck.
go about her business. That's what men do.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's a win
but
for both of them. Is what I'm
what was
saying.
the purpose of what was the purpose of the female complaining about the man cheating if he would just go do the same thing anyway?
Because
You just
there's
go break up with him
no
and then like, go ahead now.
because that's exactly what y'all are. If there's nothing going further of y'all being girlfriend, like no future plans, then if that's the same thing as y'all just having sex. That's all that is. So she doesn't have to be with you. She can go ahead and pursue something, and try to find somebody else to be with long term. So the thing is, she actually does want a relationship, just not with that person anymore.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. We always have these images of what a relationship should be, and then there's what most relationships really are. And when we talk about things going forward, I uh, they're not picking based on moving forward. It's not based on picking moving. It's based on whatever it is that you like, and that could be swag, it could be money, it could be, you know what I'm saying? It could be a lot of shit. But
It
I don't
depends on
see
what the
people
person
picking.
wants, though.
See, and that's a problem because a female would tell you, I want this, that, and the third. Let's take the 50-50 argument. Females would say, you know what? If I marry a dude or I'm with a guy, you know what I'm saying? We're not doing 50-50. But you don't date men who have the money.
Wow. Why does this thing freeze up on you? You left off at you don't date men that have the money.
You
Hello?
don't date men that
Yeah.
have the money to provide that 100%. They don't date men that can provide their half of the 50. If it's 50-50, a lot of times it's not dudes out there that can provide that 50-50 that's getting
But if
that
that
these
has to
females
be
are
what
choosing.
she wants, though. So if that's what you want, you need to be
I'm telling
specific
you,
in pursuing that.
exactly, as a female, if you're saying you don't want to do 50-50, you need to date men that can afford the
Yeah.
100%. You're
Yeah.
dating men that don't even have their 50 of the 50-50.
Well, that's
So a lot of
just what
times,
people
whatever
tend
is
to
being
wait,
said, not reality.
wait. Because you definitely called this out.
What?
Like, women are the only one that date wrong. A lot of people do that, men and women. That's just what people do. They get maybe too caught up in the person directly in front of them. We had this conversation a couple weeks ago when you was talking about your friend dating one rapper. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, people just date wrong in general.
A
That's
lot of
all.
people they wrong, but there's a different listen.
But you're trying to
We
point the
have a
finger
check.
at women.
Here's the
Like,
thing,
y'all
though.
just date wrong. No, everybody does that. Men will date
No,
women. Men
a
will
lot of
want a
dudes.
woman that cooks and cleans and take care of them and in their feminine ways, right? But date the complete opposite based
Yeah.
off of just looks. Now you saying
Now,
talking
are
about
they
something,
dating or
well,
they?
she never did this. I don't know how many men I've seen on social media. Ain't no woman ever took me out to pay for everything. I said, well, you dating the wrong women. It's that fucking simple. And the same thing goes for
Okay.
women.
Well, okay, but let me say this:
No, get into
men
a
that get
relationship,
chose.
James, and thinking it's 50-50 is not wrong. It depends on what you want. People always, why do people think every relationship has to be exactly the same way?
Because
Unless you about to say,
people
oh,
base
you got to
things
give
off of what
100,
they want.
100. Look, it's 50-50, all right? You never get 100% of anybody.
People base things based off of what they want. You would be surprised how many times I've had a conversation with a female, and a female to be like, I mean, I would never date you. And I'm thinking, like, I've never said anything about ever taking you out on a date. I've never even. I just had a situation recently because I said Happy New Year to somebody, and she took it. I don't know how she took it, but she was like, because she was like, we don't talk on a regular basis. So when you just said Happy New Year, she was like, that's why I was like, hey, what's up? What's, you know what I'm saying? You hitting me up, and I'm like, I'm just saying Happy New Year. Happy. That's it. It's just Happy New Year. She was like, she had this whole paragraph, and she was like, just be direct. Just be direct. Like, what is it
Oh,
that I'm thinking to myself? Like, what the
how
fuck
old
is
is
going
she?
on here? I just said Happy New Year. I'm like, I just said Happy New Year. What are you reading into Happy New Year? Because I'm just saying Happy New Year. Like
How
I
old is
said,
she?
Happy New Year to 30. No, she's got to be 40.
Okay.
She's a year younger than me. She's 40.
She's over the bullshit, first of
She's
all.
40.
She wants people to just be direct. If that's what you come here for, just say what the fuck you want. And she's probably also used to, at
Okay.
this point, of guys saying anything. It's just a starter conversation. That's why I asked how old she is.
Yeah, but I would think like first off, you understand that I'm just not some hood nigga that's just doing shit that I'm gonna just say some shit to get a conversation started. You know that if I say some shit, it's always been a purpose. It's always been a reason or a purpose. So when I'm
Does
saying
she
Happy
know
New Year, it's
that?
just Happy New Year. It's not like I'm trying to scheme in or
Well,
some shit
clearly she
like
didn't
that.
know that, though.
And every time, huh?
First I asked, did she know that? And then I said, well, clearly she didn't know that.
She should because we had this conversation before because I asked her something. And I'm like, so, and here's something else that I've learned. You as a man, you have to, you can't be overly nice or you can't be a overly thoughtful person because that gets looked
Preach.
at
Weakness.
like you're, yeah. And I'm sitting up here like, why does everybody, why is it that when I do something nice for somebody, all of a sudden we got to sit down and have this conversation about, hey, I mean, I'm this, and the third, and would you? I had somebody ask me, they were like, well, would you ever date me? And I'm thinking to myself, like, we've never had a conversation about us dating. Like, what does this have to do with anything? I'm like, you told me what you wanted to do. I said, what steps do you need to take? She was like, my credit is fucked up. I helped you get your shit, your credit. I put you on with somebody who's gonna fix your credit. Um, like I think I helped her. I helped her do something else. I don't remember what the fuck else it was, but I'm like, why is this turned into a conversation of you trying to make it seem like I'm trying to you or I'm trying to pursue you or something like that? Or are you looking at it like you thought that's what I was doing, and when it didn't happen, you kind of like, oh, so you ain't trying to fuck with me? Like, damn, that's
Because most
crazy because
men
you just
only
out
do
here.
things for women when they want something. These are
I
complicated
mean, that's well and good,
complicated
but
questions that you're asking.
I mean,
But
that's well and good, but I think people need to. It should be on an individual basis. You should know,
yeah.
like the person that you're talking to or dealing with, and then don't read nothing into it because you don't know. Unless it's some shit where you're like, okay, now I see what the motherfucker
But if
doing.
you don't ask,
Other
how
than
would
that,
you know?
listen. because I haven't pursued you.
But what did
This
I
is a
just
person
say?
who's around me.
You know how you pursue people. She know how she's been pursued.
I
What's
think
so
that if you're
complicated
around
about
a
that?
person, but if you're around a person, you're gonna say something or do something to let you know that, hey, this is what my purpose is. At some point, I'm 41 years old. I
Yes
don't
and
have the
no.
time to sit back and
Some
play the
people don't
chase
even
game.
know how to do that properly. That's why I said, you know how you pursue. She know how she's been pursued. But okay, what did he say?
Well, she needs to
James
change
said it
her.
shouldn't be what you could do for me. It really should be. It really wait. It really should be about how they make you feel.
That's a good. I
I
like
mean,
that.
I guess it's. I don't want to call it basic, but yeah, it plays a role. A lot of people feel differently towards people based off of what they do for them, and I'm not saying in a way that like people just want somebody to do something for them. It's like what I was saying for that, like doing something for someone just shows you give a shit. So like say she or he is in a fucked up situation and you just help them, especially without them asking. Well, that would make that person feel different for you. That would let that person know, like, especially if y'all together, you know, in bad situations you can be relied on. So yeah, I guess it would depend on what that person does. But then that would also depend on what that person does, I guess. You got to start off basic and grow from there. I mean, everybody has their
Listen,
own
Happy
approach.
New Year should not be the basis.
Say what?
Listen, Happy New Year shouldn't be the basis of Happy New Year shouldn't be the basis of somebody saying, hey, what's going on here?
Did you
What are
send
you
this
trying to
through
say? What
text
are you trying to do?
message
Just be direct.
or social
Huh?
media?
Text
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I
text
really, I
message,
don't.
and it's not like. And hold on, you know the crazy part? If I read our text messages, it it the shit looks the other way. It looks like you're the one that's doing this shit. It don't look like I'm the one that's doing this shit. So it's Happy New Year from
Oh
me.
boy.
Her response.
No, put the phone up to the camera.
So, huh?
I said put the phone up to the
What?
camera.
You want to see the phone?
Oh, never mind. It just whites it out.
So it says, so you get me pregnant, dot, 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 disappear and just text me randomly on New Year's Eve.
Oh wow.
I didn't see that text message because it happened that she texted this morning.
Uh-huh.
That yeah, 1 in the morning she texted me that. Then she texted me again and said she didn't even respond. I was just joking. So I'm like, this is your response to me saying Happy New Year, and then it goes on into us joking around, and um, that's when it was like I said something about her taking too long to respond. She said something that I didn't even respond to her last text message from months ago. Some
I'm
official
sorry.
shit.
I missed them missing the part so far. Why don't you get to where you said it looked like she's doing it? Because I ain't heard that yet.
Okay, if I say Happy New Year and
Uh-huh.
your response is, "Oh, you get me pregnant, disappear and just text me randomly on New Year's Eve," that's a bit of a stretch for Happy New Year. That's a bit of a stretch of a for fucking Happy New Year,
It's
and
an
then
opening
approach me
line.
like, "Oh, huh?
It's an opening line. Have you
She
talked
can
to her
say Happy New
since?
Year like everybody else.
Say what?
Happy New Year like everybody else. Say Happy New
Well,
Year like everybody else. Happy New Year.
do you
And
want
that's it.
to? Do you never want your question answered? I swear. I'm answering. I'm answering your question,
Go
and then
ahead.
you.
Finish.
What? That's what
Finish.
I
Go ahead.
said. Has this? Is this the first time you talked to her since? So did if yes, then naturally that makes more sense than it just being like random. Did I lose you again?
So
No, I
hold
didn't.
on. What you mean? Have I talked to her since? What do you mean?
She said you
Since
just
what?
got me. When was the last time you talked to her?
We was texting because the whole shit just ended on like maybe Tuesday.
Well, oh my God. When was the last time you talked to her before New Year's?
I don't know. It's been. I said happy birthday. Her birthday was in October. She's an
Okay.
October Libra. So I said happy birthday, but that was on Facebook. That was
Mm.
on Facebook.
Okay.
And I just asked general questions. I was like, "Oh, well, did you go out? Did you enjoy yourself?"
Mm-hmm.
She was like, "Yeah, I did X, Y, and Z." I was like, "Okay, cool. That was it."
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Then yeah. Then it's a stretch. But you know what? It's
Yes,
not. Because of the way I've seen you talk to people on social media, it's actually not a stretch. I take it back. That makes perfect
is it not a
sense.
stretch based on what I say on social?
Yeah, and you've probably talked to her like
Let
that.
me hear it.
I don't remember the shit.
I
Like,
don't.
I'm not here to live like that. I just know you
I
respond
don't
with some
talk to her
wild
like
ass
that.
shit. You've said it. That other people have inboxed other people and be like, yo, blah, 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 blah. Come on now. So because of that,
I don't talk to her
and
like that though.
clearly they're on your social media. Oh, so that, well, then I don't know.
And she's not really on social media. She's not a person that's on social media like that. She'll
Yeah.
pop up for like a
Okay.
week and then be gone. So
Yeah, then I don't know.
it's not like a person that I flirt with or somebody that like I
Well, maybe she
understand
was
if I
shooting her
flirt with you
shot.
on social media. That's what I thought too. And I was like, you can't tell me to be direct if you're not being direct. Are you telling me to shoot my shot? Let me give you a little background. Back in maybe 12, I did shoot my shot on a dating site to her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and we had a good conversation going. I was like, oh, okay, well, take my number down. She was like, I'm just not really trying to meet anybody right now. And I'm thinking like, you're on a dating site. But I was like,
Right.
okay. I was like, that's fair enough. That's where I ended. And then, you know what I'm saying? I remember she was already on my friends list on social media and she had commented on my shit like maybe years down the line. She had commented on something that I said. And from there, it was kind of like, all right, you know what I'm saying? If she posts something, I might say something, but her posts be about her work or, um, you know, rap. She's a big rap fan and shit like that. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
like I don't even have the avenue to throw in no type of little slick shit. So no, it's never been a conversation like that between me and her. And I told her, I said, listen, I
Yeah.
tried to shoot my shot years ago. I was like, you said no. I said, I respect you.
But
I'm
that
like,
was
I don't
years
know.
ago.
I'm not,
But that was years ago.
again, persistence. Y'all don't like persistence. You
But
tell me
years
no, I take it as
ago,
no.
like years
You say
ago,
no.
that's not that's not that bad. Because especially given the reason, if the reason that she just years ago just wasn't the right time, then that's not the worst thing. If if there was a different reason or it
That's
wasn't that
cool.
long ago, then that's different.
We were on a dating
But it
site.
was years ago.
But you saying
I'm
it wasn't
so
around? I
glad
was on a
your
dating site.
mic and shit keep going in and out because you refuse to listen to the fact that it was years ago.
No, because listen, you're saying it's years ago, but you're
Hmm.
also saying females don't like people that's persistent. So if you tell me no, it's no. Why would it change up years later? We're on a dating site. Me
Because
and
of the
her is on
reason she
a
gave
dating
you.
site, a site.
It wasn't a you thing. She wasn't saying no to you. She just said this ain't the right time. And then y'all still been in touch since.
Okay, Ricky. If
But that's not persistence to
let me
me.
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. If you work at Foot Locker and you approach somebody and they say, "Oh no, I'm not here to buy shoes," you go look at them and be like, well, "Why the fuck are you at Foot Locker
Because
then?"
I'm just looking. You ain't never walked into the shoe store or any other store just to look and you weren't actually purchasing anything that day. But if you saw something you really wanted, you might change your mind. Well, I don't know what to tell you
Listen.
then.
First
Because
off,
I've
you're going
definitely
into the
told people
store.
in Foot Locker, no, I'm just looking. I don't need your help. Thank you. Not like that, because that sounded kind of rude. But
But is there a chance you're not just like, I'm just not buying shoes at all? It's just not happening.
what did I just
No
say?
shoes. You just window shopping for niggas.
What did I just say, though? I've literally been like, no, thank you. I'm just looking. But you also messaged her. Maybe she just had the dating site up. So she responded. Did you think about that?
Say that again.
Did you say you
I
messaged
messaged her
her
because
on the
she had
dating
it.
site?
Yeah.
So maybe she just had the dating site up and she just responded to you. Did you consider that? Maybe she wasn't
Like, why would
actively
you take
using
the
it. It
time to
was
sign
just
up for a
existed.
dating site?
Say what?
You take the time to sign up for a dating site, post up pictures,
Mm-hmm.
got your whole little
And
spiel
then
on there, and
tomorrow,
then be like,
everything changes. What are you talking about? I don't know how long she had it up, but yes, you can have. It could have been a year ago. And the motherfucker was still there, so she just responded to you. That's it.
okay, cool. So when a dude is hitting you up and he's talking to himself in his inbox, maybe he's thinking like, oh, well, maybe she has a boyfriend. Let me hit her up again in a week and see if things still going right. And then when he
Um,
hits you up again in a month, year
Not
after year,
over years. That's exactly right. Not year after year. Not when I never have any form of communication. Not when I'm not even opening your inbox. Not when I'm telling you, hey, the time isn't right now. None of those things make sense. No. I don't even talk to you on the social media site itself. No.
I literally know two females offhand that did not respond to my text message. Did
That's a
not text message.
text.
I'm sorry. Did not
Oh.
respond to my inbox on social
Uh-huh.
media. Two different females did not respond to my inbox on social media, and I was talking about something else further down the line, and all of a sudden they commented, and I
Mm-hmm.
said something that sparked the interest, and the next thing you know, wham bam, thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
So the persistence thing, shit, they didn't respond. They
Well,
don't
it
even take
don't
the
work
time they
with
didn't respond.
me.
Because I'm a
If
nigga.
I'm not
I do this.
interested, I'm just not interested. Like, you will never hear from
If
me.
if I go to your inbox and I see that I inboxed you in like 2018, 2019, I unsend the message because I'm like, it's so long ago. She don't remember that I inboxed her. She's gonna see that I unsent some shit. So then I
That's
unsend it.
weird.
I wait a couple days. Then I resend another message.
That's
Fuck it.
weird. That's weird.
It works.
It's weird. That's
Niggas do shit that work. It works.
that's a little creepy behavior.
It works.
It can
If
work,
it worked, it
but
worked. Shit.
that's weird.
It's no different than niggas that keep sending out dick pics. You think a female ain't like, oh shit, that's nice. And the next thing you know, he knocking at her door. Niggas ain't just sending dick pics to send dick pics. Them dick pics is working on somebody.
I don't know. Yeah, I believe it's somebody, not me.
I
Like,
know a nigga to be
you
sending
just
out
gonna
dick pics
send
to,
me
and it works.
unsolicited. First of all, when I see attachment from somebody I don't talk to, I'm not gonna open it. Let's start there. We can definitely start there. I'm not even going to open the fucking message. Wow, I lost you. Yeah. This thing is just not having nothing to do with you today. Oh wow. Oh, there we go. Wait. Wow. It's really not liking you, dude. Hmm.
Every week.
Oh, there we go. Well, I've
You hear
heard
me now?
every week. It's never been this bad because it keeps kicking you off. But also, the main problem was on your end when your speakers weren't working. But we're running out of time. Wait, we had another topic. We had like two or three more. Because remember, I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to go today to get my daughter. Um, Let me see. Oh, I already have it. DAMAR HAMLIN. Um, I believe it was on Monday's night game. He had a cardiac arrest on field. Most people probably have seen the clip of that. He tackled somebody and he just didn't get up is what happened. Um, I didn't see the not get up part. I know he was taken away on ambulance. I know he was in a critical condition. I think that's what he's listed at currently. Um, what really happened though, the subject switch from him to Skip Bayless because honestly, Skip said the same thing. I was thinking when I heard, yo, since when do they cancel the game? That's what he said. Did you know that's what he said? Oh my God. Wait a minute. Why is this doing this to you? Okay, try now.
You hear me
Wow.
now?
Yeah.
Am I back in? You
Yeah.
hear me now?
Yes. Did you know that's what he
All right.
said?
Um, when I looked at his tweet, I took it as him saying, as important of a game that it is, and the point at which it is in the season, blah blah, all of that. The last thing he said, all of it is irrelevant because I'm taking it as he's saying because of this man's health, all of that, all of the, how important this game is and where they go seat in the play, all that shit is irrelevant right now. The most important thing is this dude's health. That's how I took it when he tweeted that because of the last statement was on his tweet was all of that is irrelevant. So I mean, I think people just took it different ways, or you know what I'm saying, like they read it how they wanted to read it.
I think. Okay, yeah, they're gonna have to make this last topic. I ain't gonna get my daughter. From what I've seen, people just want a reason to be mad. If anybody actually read that, you never should have took it that way because he didn't be like, oh, they should not have stopped the game. He was just like exactly what I was thinking. Yo, I'm shocked. Like this isn't the first time someone suffered like that, had to been carried out like that, we had to go straight to the hospital like that. What I took from it is noticing how athletes are being treated differently now. I don't want to say once upon a time, but once upon a time, like what we had with the Olympics, when people, I can't think of her name, but she decided not to compete. It was a gymnast. And she decided not to compete because of just mental health. And it just depends on, I think, what kind of athlete you were raised as. Like, okay, did you saw, what was that movie with Denzel and the kid got injured? Well, it wasn't on the field. It was in a car accident. Like, I was kind of raised like that when it came to sports, and I had the mentality. Wait, what was it?
Remember the Titans.
Yeah. And it's always been the mentality of the game goes on. That's what I was trying to say. Especially when it's a sport like football and you got so many people on the field. He's not coming back in. He's not going to play. You replace the player. The game goes on. Honestly, a lot of players feel like if I'm injured, y'all go out there, y'all do what the fuck y'all got to do, and y'all win the fucking game. Don't worry about me. And that's just the mentality a lot of us was raised as, and that's just some of us even just had that mentality in us. I remember running track, and because of my heart condition, decided to fucking act up one day. It was a fucking 400, and I'm literally barely got past 200. All of a sudden, it was like, oh. My heart. Like I could literally feel like this, but in my head was like, yo, I'm not about to stop. Like I'm just about to cross this finish line, and then y'all can just call the ambulance when I get there because I'm not gonna quit. It was just this no quit mentality. And I finished the race. I came across the fucking finish line with fucking tears in my eyes. People probably thought I was crying because I lost. Like it was a race I was supposed to win too, and I fucking came in dead fucking last. But my thing was, yo, I'm not going to stop. And yeah, I got past the finish line. I don't remember what the world looked like, but I made it. And then had to go see the doctor after. It's just how it went. And then clearly, his situation was way worse than mine. But it was just what he was saying of, I just haven't seen this happen before, especially when it comes to the NFL and a player being injured. And there was just so many people. Of course, it became a white versus black thing. Of course, it became a him and Shannon Sharp getting into it on Undisputed. Of course, that boosted their ratings. Because I think like the day later or something, I think they came back for like maybe even a new season of the year or some shit like that. Here's the point I was going to get to. I'm tired of people needing a reason to be mad at something. And then it creates a bigger divide amongst us. I'm also tired of it being used for promotion. Clearly, people tuned in to Undisputed. Clearly, their ratings went up. Now, was it intentional? Probably not. I doubt if he was like, yo, if I make this tweet right now, people are going to be pissed off. It's possible. You know, so it could have been a writer who was like, yo, say it this way, let people misunderstand, had a debate, and then we'll see you on the show. I think you froze.
I don't know.
Oh, no, wait, I can
Because
hear you.
we just in a society where, is my volume out?
No, you good. Just make it quick, though, because I really do got to
Oh,
go.
all right. So here's the thing. I don't think it got to that point because we just in a society where no matter what you say, no matter what you do, somebody gonna take what you said and interpret it the way they want to interpret. I'm saying you never know what to make somebody mad. You could say something simple, and
Yeah, true.
it just turned it. Everybody just took it the way they wanted to take it. And it was like, it that's not meant.
Yeah,
And you know what I'm saying? Like y'all are making it be what y'all, and I'm the one that said it. And I'm telling you, that's not what the fuck it meant.
right.
Because you could have said it like this. You be like,
Yeah.
how the fuck you gonna tell me how I should have said some shit that
Oh,
probably wanted to
God.
say to make you comfortable? Like that's
Yeah, I hate that. It's not my fault
I
that
mean
you
I
didn't
think it's cool,
understand. I understood it.
I
But
mean
the only reason I said I hate
but
that
I
it
do
divides
understand.
us is because we communicate more now. We communicate with more people now. So we should be understanding people more versus dividing ourselves more. That's why I said I hate that it divides us like that. But again, like I said, people take it and exploit it. I think it was Ebro in the morning. He of course makes the post. Oh, do you think he's gonna lose his job because they want to make it a racial issue? So no, they're not gonna fire the white guy. Well, the white guy didn't say anything wrong. there's there's plenty of people give you reasons. You don't have to make them up. They don't need to be made up. But we got to end the show. You want to add anything to this, and then we got to get out of here.
Oh, I mean, shit. I do understand why they did stop the game though, because um, if I seen somebody, I think they get a better report than we do. Like they probably was like, no, dude is, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause they was out there crying. The players was out there boo-hooing. So I was like, them
But
niggas can't
that's what.
play. What the fuck you gonna throw a ball with tears in your eyes? And I'm like, if
Yeah.
it's that bad that they're crying like that, it's worse than what they telling us. They're getting the
Mm.
real shit. They telling us, oh, they're taking him to the hospital. They like, hey, yo, dude, his heart stopped. He died on the field, and they brought him back to life. You know what I'm saying? Like this might be it.
Yeah,
Guys, maybe.
but
If
that
you go through
goes
that, then yeah, you can get crying.
that goes back to what I was saying about athletes now. What happened at a wrestling event, however many years ago? We've been
What happened?
at
Somebody died.
concerts, even concerts with people, where somebody collapses and people just pass them over, get them on the ambulance, and the concert continues. That didn't happen at the Travis Scott concert. What was it, a year or two ago? So it's like, and I'm not saying it's a wrong thing, but it's something to take notice of. Just humans and how we are now, and how we're treating each other, and our mental health and things like that. But we gotta get it out of here because I gotta get it out of here, and I think my
You
camera's
got
gonna
to get
crash
out of here.
anyway.
I'm waiting for the end of the game.
All right. The game. Just say fuck it. S2E1. Yay. It's the beginning of a new year. It's the beginning of a new season. Technically, we've been going since 2019, but whatever. We don't really count. We don't count those. It's the now. This is season 2. I am BLK Pepper Potts.
They still on Twitch talking shit.
Nah.
I know they had something to say on Twitch.
Nah. We
I'm
just
just, I'm
gotta
just,
get
I'm
this
simple
hooked
with
up so we
y'all.
can
I
have
don't know
people
what
come
y'all was
on
saying
the
on Twitch.
camera and talk. That's all.
I don't have Twitch. I don't know what y'all was saying. I'm just
Yeah,
talking.
they been stopped. He done
Anyway,
went on about his business. James came over from Twitch over to Facebook. We gotta go. I gotta go. I actually like when the show goes longer than an hour now, but I gotta get out of here.